All right, my friends, it's time to do Shalambhasana or Locust Pose, a spine strengthening back bend. Before we do the actual pose, we're going to do several warm-ups to strengthen, activate, and work mobility for hips, spine, and shoulders, as well as wrists and probably a few other body parts. So there'll be a bit of a warm-up sequence and then the posture. If you are more comfortable doing belly down postures or all four postures with extra cushioning, feel free to grab a blanket or a pillow to put on top of your mat. I'm just going to use my mat. So gather up what you need and I'll meet you back where we will begin today in table position. Welcome back. We'll get ourselves into that all fours position with your hands underneath your wrists underneath your shoulders. Your hands are always right there. Knees underneath hips, that's your table. And you may modify this if you prefer by coming to fists or even forearms. So finding your favorite table. We'll begin with an isolation of the lower back, the tailbone, and the sacrum, keeping the upper body nice and strong. Tuck tailbone round, tailbone under, right? Lower back rounds under. Then release and lift. Lift your tailbone, spread your butt. Keep the arms nice and strong by pressing down on the hands, and then do that several times. Tuck and release. Your job is to keep your upper body totally still. Of course, your spine will react. It's all connected, but you are not moving or rounding your spine or your neck. Just think about the tailbone. Tuck it under and lift it. Pelvic tilts. Beautiful job. Good. Now come to a flat back, and now we will work the shoulders and the upper spine. So drop the chest between your hands and then push away and feel the shoulder blades spreading on your back. And they separate, right? So you drop your chest, the shoulder blades come together, push away, feel the shoulder blades spreading across your back. Let's do that several more times. Press, drop, and push. Drop and push. Very nice. Good. Excellent. And release. Let's come on to sitting on your heels for a moment to take the pressure off those wrists. Shake them. If sitting on your heels doesn't feel good, you could be up here, tall kneeling. Shake, shake, shake. Flick out your hands. And a few spider push-ups right now. So bring the fingertips to touch. Each finger finds its match. And then right in front of your chest, you're going to press. Pump it. Push, 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 push. Push, push, push. This is actually strengthening the muscles and the bones of your fingers, wrists, and hands, as well as using the muscles of your chest and your back. Push, push, push. Spider push-ups. Good. Relax and shake that out. All right, so we've worked the lower spine, the upper spine. Let's open the shoulders again in a cactus pose. Pull the shoulder blades together and open and spread. And then go up overhead, extend the arms and cross at the wrists. You see what I'm doing? And then pull back down. Elbows into the rib cage. Lift up and down. Up and down. Good. One more time. Perfect. Next up, let's focus on the hips. Go back to your table, all fours. Let's take the right leg first and extend it behind you. Press into the ball and toe of your right foot. And as you do that, activate your right hip by squeezing your right buttock. And find your abdominals there too, because we're going to need them to help lift that leg up till it's straight behind us. Press out through that heel. Keep activating the hip. Now pull the heel in towards your butt as you Now say hello to your hamstring and then extend out. So pull in and extend. Pull it in and extend. So we're saying hi to our right hip here. And breathing. Perfect. And hold. Lower and drop the knee. Other side. Extend. Now take a moment. Tighten the left hip, left buttock. And then lift that leg up behind you. Press through the heel. If you find yourself collapsing in the upper back, don't want to go there. Nice and strong. This is an upper body workout too. Bring the heel into your butt, squeeze it, and say hello to that left hip, left hamstring. Press through the heel, pull it in, press out, and in. Don't forget to breathe. Beautiful job, everybody. Good. Lower down and drop to the knee. Curl your toes. Take a moment, sit back on your heels, and relax. It's time to do locust. Let's go down to our bellies. Come onto your belly with your chin on the floor and your arms beside you, palms face down. First thing we want to do is isolate and activate our hips and begin to warm up the legs and the lower back. So go ahead and tighten your left glute and lift your left leg no more than 6 inches off the floor and try to stretch it. Lengthen the left leg. Then lower it down. Now the right. Tighten the right hip, glute, and lift that leg up no more than 6 inches. So it's not about going up high, it's about getting long. You can just go up a couple of inches and that's great. And stretch it and lower. And we'll do that again on both sides. First you squeeze and tighten the hip. Press down on the pubic bone as you lift up the leg and lower. And then alternate. Press down on the pubic bone, squeeze the hip, lift it up. And lower. Again, both sides. Lift up one side and the other. Great. And now for the upper body. So keeping the legs down, you'll press down on the pubic bone. Press down on the tops of your feet. Roll your shoulders away and pull your arms slightly behind you. Palms are face down. Lift your chest a little ways up. Head and chest come up. Arms come up a little ways as well. And lower. And now we'll do that up and down 3 or 4 times. So inhale, lift up, and lower. Press down on the pubic bone. Press down on the tops of the feet. Lift up the chest. And lower. 2 more times. Lift it up and lower. Inhale up. Pull the arms away. Relax your neck and lower. Excellent. So now, if you'd like to do the whole pose, we'll be adding both legs and the chest. So press down on the pubic bone. Pull those arms behind you. And now lift up the chest, the arms, and both legs. And hold. And breathe. And here you are in Shalabhasana. You want to feel a lengthening, not a compression. So you're only lifted up a little ways, and you're pressing down on the pubic bone, and you're engaging your glutes and your hip muscles to hold those legs up. You're breathing. Let's take about 4 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Good. And now take a deeper breath in and exhale, relax, release. Good. You can counterpose this either of 2 ways. One way would be to pick up your knees, bending at the knees, pick up your feet, and windshield wiper your knees side to side. Or you could place your hands by your chest and do a little stretch back to a puppy stretch, which feels really good. You might come up on your fingertips and feel a nice stretch from the tops of your hands through your shoulders all the way back to your hips, keeping your hips up. Excellent. Let's come on down and do it again. Okay, so chin on the floor, arms beside you, Pubic bone down, tops of the feet down. Rock your pelvis side to side. Now this time let's bring the arms to the sides like a W, okay? Think of it as a W. Shoulder blades together. It's really cactus pose with the arms, okay? So press down on your pubic bone. Activate your glutes, your hip bones, and now lift up the chest, pull back the arms, and if you would like to add the legs, lift up both legs. Remember, those hip bones are activated, those hip muscles are activated. Pressing down on the pubic bone, down on the hip bones, and pulling the elbows in towards the chest and relaxing the neck. You can make this more fun if you want to by extending the arms out a little bit to the sides and back for a little bit of upper body work for the shoulders. If that doesn't feel cool, bring the arms behind you and just hold your locust. Breathe. And when you feel ready, exhale. Curl your toes, hands by the chest. Press it back. Extended child's. Beautiful. That's your locust pose. I'm going to finish off with a bridge. So, because a bridge a day helps keep bone loss at bay. To come onto your back, you'll want to engage your abs, tuck your chin, and come on down. And once we're down, we'll pick up the feet and shake it out a little bit. Do a little bit of dying bug pose. Kick gently your heels. Move your wrists and your shoulders. And move your head side to side. Good. Place your hands on top of your knees and go ahead and give your sacrum or your lower back a nice massage now, which is a nice counter pose for all that work we did in Locust. Excellent. Plant both feet back on the floor and have the arms be beside you. As you press down on the feet, activate your inner thighs and your butt muscles as you now push down on the feet and lift your hips up until you find a straight line from your knees to your hips to your shoulders. Good. And then you might bring your shoulder blades in a little bit. Press down on those arms. You do a variation that you like. You could press down on your upper arms and have the fingertips pointing up. I like this one. It activates your arm bones as well. Good. And remember, hip bones are pressing up, glute muscles are engaged. Imagine you have a beach ball between your inner thighs and squeeze it. Perfect. If you want to use some other muscles, come up on your tippy toes and then come on back down. All right. Lower slowly till your lower back hits the floor and then find your comfortable counter pose. You might pick the feet up off the floor. You might do an easy twist side to side. So bring your bent knees to one side and then roll over, bent knees to the opposite side and come to center. Let's finish off this sequence today with a little relaxation. So knees touch, feet wide, hands on your belly, close your eyes. Feel your spine decompressing. Find your breath. For the next several moments, simply allow your physical body to release. Notice how you're feeling. Notice the temperature in the room. Notice anything you notice, sounds in and out of your room. And now please release. Open your eyes if they were closed. Pick the feet up off the floor. We'll roll to one side, keeping your head down. So you'll move very safely up to a seated position. And once you're seated, come to your comfortable cross-legged or any seated position. Do a gentle twist here. One direction, other side. Back to center. Thank you. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope you found Locust Pose to be strengthening and helpful today. If you have any comments or questions, please go below the video and leave them for me. I will answer you, I promise. If you're not yet a member of the Strong Bones Facebook group, where we will be doing these postures together, and we can interact in real time in that group, below this video is a link where you can click to join the Strong Bones Challenge Facebook group, where we get strong together in a supportive environment. And finally, if you're new to my channel, you might want to subscribe. And everyone, if you enjoyed today's workout, give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I wish you well.